Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Horror.
Oh, yes, that's my real voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Horror, where tonight we begin our sacrifice to our true lawless citizen mascot. But first, we must offer up a film and review sacrifice. But before we talk about this film, want to remind you guys to
Go ahead and hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel.
With that said, tonight we will be talking about the film Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, our most fearsome of the seven gods we bring about this Halloween season.
I can't keep up the voice. Okay, listen. This is my real voice, guys, so you just gotta deal with it, alright? So, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a horror film based on the classic and beloved Winnie the Pooh character. That's right, the maniacal Winnie the Pooh has finally been put in the lights and shown that he's really evil. Anyway, this movie follows a group of college teens or something like that. They're like a bunch of friends, and they go out to this cabin in the woods where Piglet and Pooh are waiting there to kill them. However, this story does have lore to it. You see, when Christopher Robin was young, he left Pooh and Piglet and the rest of the 100 Woods friends out to starve and die while he went to better his life and get a wife. So, in retaliation for such heinous deeds, Piglet and Pooh decided never to speak to the humans again, and they also ate Eeyore. And they captured Christopher Robin years later when he came to visit and bring his also more important wife with him. I'm sorry, guys, it just makes me tear up. Why would they do that to our great savior, Pooh? So, Pooh and the rest of the 100 Woods clan decide they're gonna kill humans and never like them again. Oh wait, I said that part already. Oh, the other part, when they kidnapped Christopher Robin and they were holding him and torturing him the way he deserves to be tortured. Yes, that poor piece of shit, Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin's more like it. Anyway, new people come to this yard of the Hungry Woods and say, you know what we decided to do? Our great savior decided to kill them all, along with great sublord Piglet. And they go around and they kill and kill and kill, and it's glorious! What a glorious rendition of the truest story of one of our many gods! Anyway, so while they're killing, there are some people, of course, that's going to uncover the mystery of why they're doing this. But may I just say the kills are gruesome and bloody and all chaotic as he once wishes it were. Yes, this film is an independent film. Was released in theaters for a very short time and then has its following on the internet. I watched it on Peacock, where it is now streaming exclusively. As for the box office reception, this movie didn't make that much money, and people really didn't like it. As a matter of fact, a lot of critics talked terrible about our wonderful film that we love so much. However, be that as it may, this film is getting a sequel called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Anyway, in terms of what I thought about this movie, I thought it was pretty good. You know, granted, they were a little, they didn't pick that many, how can I say this? I would say they didn't capture the true character development of our great Lord Pooh and his trusty pal Piglet. Yes, I say that they should have maybe added some more of the raw depth and emotion to him. Instead, this is a movie full of killing and more killing and violence. So if you're not a fan of violence, I don't recommend this film at all. However, I would say this. I mentioned that this is Winnie the Pooh. And on that note, this is not your kids' Winnie the Pooh. Do not watch this around your children unless you do not mind seeing them. Unless you don't mind them seeing have partial nudity and a lot of killing, like I just mentioned. If you're okay with those things, you can show your kids this movie. It is rated R, and this is not for the kids. This is not for the faint of heart. But outside of it just being a merciless gore fest, this movie is a fun watch. It's got a little bit of comedy, just a small bit of comedy, but the kills and the horror aspect of it, they take it very seriously. But now to talk about the elephant in the room. The designs of our lords, Piglet and Pooh. They don't look like the little stuffed bears that you see in the movies. They just look like big grown men dressed in Piglet and Pooh costumes that they got from like an offbeat store. It's very weird, but I guess it worked for some of the effective kills. Pooh has an ability where he can control the bees, and he's super duper strong, as I knew he was, and literally can beat the face off of you with one hit. It's amazing. It's very, very scary, and I do enjoy it. This, of course, is part of a trend where classic Disney properties are being turned into horror movies. You have an upcoming Peter Pan, an upcoming Bambi, and, of course, the aforementioned sequel to Blood and Honey. These are all being produced by the same people who created this movie. So maybe a public domain cinematic universe of horror to truly show the terror of our saviors. Anyway, I mentioned earlier that this movie did not have a great critical reception. Matter of fact, I do believe that the Rotten Tomatoes score
sits below 20%. How could they?
But me, I'm a little bit more lenient, despite the Hollywood bullshit. I think that this movie is a solid 3.5. Yeah, it's a fun watch if you like seeing people get murdered and killed. But if you want anything that has to do with character development or even a halfway interesting story, I'd say this one isn't the strongest for you. However, seeing a murderous Pooh is somehow very enjoyable and terrifying as well. I mean, Pooh was actually really kind of scary. I mean, oh goodness, I would not want to get caught in the dark alley with that guy. No way. I don't know why the lightning just went off there. I didn't even laugh. Anyway, overall, like I said, I do give it 3.5 stars out of 5. It's not the strongest in the story department, but the scales are solid. And the designs of the characters, once you get used to them, you're actually kind of intimidated. Matter of fact, even before you get used to them, you are still a little intimidated. This is a little scary. But overall, this is a pretty good movie. It's on Peacock, so if you have Peacock, check it out. It's about like an hour and a half long. It moves pretty quickly. They get in, they get out, and it's just not even a long watch. Again, I don't recommend you watch this around your children unless you don't mind them watching violence. But other than that, that's all I have for you tonight.
While we wait for the return of our great Lord on this channel. The month is almost done, and we must offer a sacrifice. He is almost free. He is almost free.
Oh, yeah. That one felt good. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to see the resurrection of our mascot. Follow this channel on all forms of social media to get the full picture of what we're planning. But until next time, you guys be scary, stay spooky, and peace. Oh, here, mascot! Oh, here,